Coming to you live from the loading ready run orbiting underground moon base, it's the LRRcast. And now the news. But it's good news. Anyways, I'm not giving her the satisfaction.
Is that
this week,
like-
so you guys
is that-
just that one went weird.
Is that air ukulele you're doing? What is that?
Welcome to the LRRcast. We're going to do a whole bunch of Ask Lur this week, coming from Facebook, as we said that we would do.
Yeah, we're doing something we said we'd do.
I know it's
good. It's a big step for us.
yeah, it's infrequent, but we get there sometimes. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about Friday nights. It's back.
Hooray.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit more on Tap Tap Concede this week, but thought we'd tell you some of the behind the scenes of episode 1.
We filmed it at a card shop
True story.
and a coffee shop
Unsurprisingly,
and the
yes.
office.
Yeah, it's, you can see in
You can see all three of those locations.
you can see in the coffee shop place where Kathleen and Alex and I are hanging out that the barista in the background there is our good friend Serge.
Yep.
Who was around for Desert Bus and was one of our awesome site managers.
Just
Was
a
so
delightful
handy.
man.
Yeah, and so he did. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to continue this trend of just everybody in the Friday Nights universe knowing magic
Yeah.
and being they would just having people like, "Come on, Paul," and then Serge just in the background being like, "Come on."
yeah, Paul. Jeez. On that topic, big thanks to the Fernwood Coffee Company and the Parsonage Cafe for letting us shoot there. Wanted us to give them a shout out, which we are all too happy to do. They are once again our coffee sponsor for Desert Bus. And moving the screen closer to your face doesn't help. You need to move your face closer to the microphone.
They're our coffee sponsor for Desert Bus and also every other day.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they only give us free stuff during Desert Bus, but we go there pretty much every day.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
Closer to the.
I'm not trying to get in front of the microphone. I'm trying to obscure my face with the screen to make me seem more mysterious.
Then turn it like this.
Yes.
There.
Such a mystique.
There.
There.
No, you can't move it
Nobody-
that far away from the mic. You need
Nobody
to get
will know what
I
your
can
face
just go,
looks
if
like.
I need to
Yeah.
talk, I can just go back.
Terrible. Anyway, so I think you can actually order their coffee on the internet.
Oh, really?
I think so. During Desert Bus, we broke their website, as I
World
recall.
famous coffee.
Let me actually check. Fernwood Coffee.
So
Watch Grim. Use Google. Yeah,
I
it
have-
is. It's just fernwoodcoffee.com.
I have to say there was one thing with this video that I found that I didn't know actually until it was posted and people responded. That we actually got the origin of eggs wrong.
Well, wrong-ish.
The fact that there was originally cards that were literally eggs.
Yeah.
We probably should have
We
mentioned.
did run the script by Wizards, and they chose not to correct that because they felt that our definition was correct enough, and they liked the joke that we did with it. But yes, during the Odyssey block, there were cards. There was a cycle of 5 artifacts that you cracked for card draw or mana or whatever that were actually called the something egg and the something egg and the something
I
egg.
guess the way our definition, while was also true, just more liberal.
Yes.
Because it also applies to the more recent cards that you cracked to do something.
Exactly.
And Jared didn't actually use any of the egg cards because
No, because you don't anymore.
I like it. There's a couple people on the on various comment threads like, noob.
Yeah.
Apparently there was like a way that he could have gotten out of that.
If he hadn't,
We needed the episode to end.
if he
Well, no,
hadn't-
but I mean, obviously Jared didn't know what he was doing because he milled himself out. So, I mean, I think that's fine.
yeah, it's showing that he's not a player that
He is not
should
competent.
should be running
Yeah.
eggs. If
The way to get out of that is don't do that. Whatever he did to mill himself out.
yeah, with the draw triggers from the flasks on the stack, respond to that by doing a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But
Right.
by him going 3 draw triggers and then reaching for his library, we hoped that it would come across that he was allowing the draw triggers to resolve.
Yeah.
Right.
Just without ahead of time counting what was in his library.
Yeah.
So, briefly, you can indeed. They will ship to the U.S. and Canada.
There you go.
Yeah,
Get some
I highly recommend
tasty coffee.
Highly recommend the 1936 espresso. That is honestly what Kathleen and I drink at home. So yeah, Fernwood Coffee. Thank you guys. Tell them Loading Ready Run sent you. Why not? They're not an official sponsor, but I would be fascinated to know. Anyway,
If you're in Victoria,
Loading Ready Run sent us button, please.
yeah,
they do not have buttons.
if you were in Victoria, go to the Fernwood Coffee Company and have some of their coffee and say, Loading Ready Run sent me. And they might go, oh. Or
They go, you tell them that they need to pay their bill.
And they go,
And I'll be like, ooh, cheese it. I gotta skip town.
and they'll be like, who's that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, or they'll be like, "Who's that?"
Yeah. So yeah, we went in on we did all the shooting at Yellow Jacket on a Saturday, which is normally not a busy day for them until much later in the day. But this particular Saturday was Gate Crash game day.
Yes. Our standard great scheduling system that we have.
So they open at
where
10.
we always go on the worst time.
Yeah. They open at 10, so we got there at 9, and Dan was kind enough to come in early. So we started shooting at 9:30ish.
Yep.
And we shot right through until I think
1
like
o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Except game day started at noon.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it was game day was pretty much going. While
Yeah.
we were,
Oh, yeah. Game day was well underway when
and
we were left.
you can see in the video that there's more people in the background as the shoot progresses.
Yeah.
Which turned out totally fine. Like, and the great thing is that in the context of the video, having people like talking in the background about magic and stuff is obviously totally fine.
Because it's the card shop. Why
Yeah,
not?
so
Makes perfect sense.
yeah, it was great. Instead of having a bunch of extras that we had to all bring in, and they just showed up.
And Dan, as always, is always game for a couple lines, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of people named Dan, thanks to Dan Emmons, who donated the pack of Urza's Destiny.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Thank you, Dan. That was really hard to find.
and but not as hard to find as what Mike was searching for, which was the Unhinged pack.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Which I think he said he went basically around the entire office,
Yeah.
like screaming.
It's like, does anyone have a pack of Unhinged? And then eventually he got to Scott Larrabee
Yeah.
at Wizards, who was like, oh, I got like 10 boxes of that in the warehouse.
It's like, that is not helpful, sir, but can I have some?
But he did manage to find a pack and sent it to us.
Yep.
I already had the Richard Garfield PhD card, but we needed an actual booster.
Yeah,
for
we
that
needed the
shot.
wrapper.
Yeah, it's like we literally said it's like if you can't find a pack, just send us a wrapper for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So yeah, Pack Wars is a fun thing that we play a lot, which is why we wanted to do that episode. Sort of about Pack
it's-
Wars and kind of reintroducing all the characters and stuff.
Yeah, I guess Mini Masters is basically the same deal.
It is.
I think it's the same, just with a
Mini,
different name.
Mini Masters is more of a, you start with one pack and then you build on top of that.
Right. More of a tournament format.
Yeah. So I mean, like, the story of this video is sort of based in real life, actually.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It was
what
you. It was you and I.
Yeah.
It was like the four of us.
I think so, but it was Paul that had the God pack.
It was Paul that had the God pack.
Yeah, and it was James and I who were mostly playing.
Yeah, it was
I
mostly
think.
you
Yeah.
guys. You were playing a bunch of Rise of Eldrazi?
Yeah, that is what. Yeah, no, that is
No.
totally what it was, because we had like.
The main thing I remember is I had that stupid ooze.
Yeah, no,
Is that from Outrise?
It was. Yeah, we had like 12 packs left over from a draft we did, sitting here, and then we just decided to pack wars it, and you won one, and then I think we just decided, all right, the winner keeps going with their original pack,
Right.
and the loser just comes in with a new pack, and then I think I played a couple more rounds, and then you guys started to switch in, and Paul got through the entire run
Yeah, everybody.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
with his one pack.
Mainly I had that ooze that it's like one an X and you get XX creatures.
Yeah, that's right.
That dude.
Right.
So it's like you tap 6 mana, or maybe it's double X or something. It's the guy, like, it's one of these creatures that's only sort of mediocre in constructed or even in draft, but in Pack Wars when creatures aren't that powerful and everybody has tons of mana, it's just disgusting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, and it was literally the thing where it's like I was like, "Yay, I'm winning!" But everyone else is getting to look at cool cards, and I only get this one stupid pack.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Someone asked how anyone could have cast
Grizzlebrand.
Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
If the
If
land in the
the pack.
booster is
Yep.
a swamp, you're fine.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, 1 in 5 chance.
It works.
We thought of everything. And what scenes? Parsonage and Yellow Jacket, and that was most of the behind the scenes of that.
Yeah.
We had to borrow all the cards for the eggs deck
Yep.
from
Yellow Jacket.
From Yellow Jacket.
Yep.
I was a fan of the
Have we returned them?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I was a fan of the whole sequence of Alex sitting down, having taking his jacket off, him shuffling the cards into the thing. That whole sequence,
Yeah.
all sort of in one smooth motion.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think that came together very well. And then the line "and now we fight" was in the script as sort of like "and now we fight." At least in my head, it was like that. But when we were doing it, Alex was just like "and now we fight."
Yeah.
And it was so much.
It
better.
worked well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really, really good.
All right.
Shall we ask Claire?
Yes.
I think we should
Let's
ask
get
her.
on to the questions.
All right.
The
So-
Q's and the A's.
So-
I will read the Q's.
so go
You
watch-
will provide the A's.
All right.
Go watch Friday
You
Nights.
say AIDS?
You did say AIDS.
All right. Here we
Please
go.
do not.
Graham,
provide
what's the first
that.
So we will be omitting some questions because there's like 45 of them. So, actually, what is your process for writing episodes of Loading Ready Run? I encourage you to check out the recent episode of Loading Time for SimCity, which is an extended episode where you see an entire
You see that
Yeah.
video
gestation.
Come, yeah.
I mean, the series Loading Time is basically a extremely long response to that question.
Yeah. So, I
Watch all of Loading Time.
No,
and we'll answer
it's
your
a
question.
22-minute video or episode of Loading Time, and it very
keep it going down.
it does a really good job of showing how we come to how a group writing comes together.
Yeah.
Obviously, an individual writing would be a lot different.
Go ahead.
All right. So that question is from Jim. Our second question is from Twan. And how did the return of Friday Nights happen?
The people we were dealing with originally were like, we want to do more Friday nights, but we're not sure when. And then we didn't hear anything for a while. And then we heard from different people who were like, okay, now we're doing it. We want to do more Friday nights, and we want to do it now. And
We like them.
yeah, I mean, we're talking. We like the other guys too, but we were talking to. I heard from Trick, who's editor in chief of Daily MTG, and he was like, I didn't want to talk to you guys until I had all the answers on my end. So we want to do it. We want to start very soon. We want to do it like this and do it like this and do it like this. And I was like, oh, great, we can do that.
And I mean,
Done.
in a lot of ways, it's thanks to you guys. Like, it's thanks to everybody who tweeted or emailed or Facebooked or whatever and told Wizards of the Coast how much they liked the Friday Night series. And, everybody's saying that I got into Magic because of Friday Nights and all that kind of stuff.
That's really helpful.
Yeah, that is definitely all very helpful.
That was,
for
I
us.
would say, instrumental in getting the series brought back for a second season. So if you like it, don't spam Wizards, but feel free to let them know that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
All right. Christopher has a really, really good question, which is, what is a prop each of you wished you had? I will start off a really super good cop outfit.
You just stole James's.
That's one we should just have.
Yeah.
We really should.
Let's go eye in the sky here.
Oh wow. Not like one that we wish we had if we weren't so lazy to just go buy one. You mean?
Yeah,
like
one that I wish we had, but we really just can't have this.
Oh, a working Mr. Ballsmatron.
All right.
Oh yeah. Wow.
like a full suit of armor, like a full suit of like medieval
Oh,
plate
wow,
mail
yeah.
or something.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would
Oh.
be super sweet.
Oh, a courtroom set.
That's not a prop.
I think, yeah, I mean, you need to go prop, not sets. A crane
For like crane shots.
and dropping shit.
Oh, okay.
And crane shots.
I guess that's sort of a prop. That's more of a
I want a high-speed camera.
tool. Yeah.
That's not a prop at all, but I want a
Yeah.
high-speed camera,
All right.
like badly.
Jay says, I see you guys at a few places around town from time to time. Would it be weird if I sent fries/beer to your table next time I see y'all sitting down to dinner? Just come and say hi.
Yeah, come and say hi. You don't have to like send us stuff.
Yeah.
Just come and say hi.
I will
Make sure you
also-
have beer.
I will also take fries and beer. I'm not gonna say no to fries and beer, but do
It's a
come
true
say
story.
hi.
Yeah.
Send us fries in a beer. Just take a beer,
Ew,
No.
put
no,
fries
I don't
in
want.
it.
No, don't listen to Paul.
No, Paul does not drink
You've
beer.
just ruined two great things.
Yeah,
It made one bad
Two
two
great
great
things
tastes that do
do
not
not
go
go-
well
yeah,
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not tasty.
Hakon.
All right, don't do that.
Hakon. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Is it Akon?
No.
Is it-
Oh, it says if I was ever in your area, I would give enough of a heads up. Could I be in an extra in a video? Also, would any of you play a round or two of Magic?
Magic is doable.
It depends.
Extras is really difficult because we have a widely varied schedule of what actually is happening. And so, like, you giving us advance warning of when you're going to be in town is not nearly as important as us actually knowing what the hell we're going to be doing that day.
Yeah.
But
So,
we have had, if you are
maybe?
visiting, we've had many people who are visiting Victoria and they email ahead of time and they say, hey, can I come by the moon base? And we say, if you come by at these hours, because this is when we're going to be here, yeah, sure. And we entertain visitors.
You can come by and we can, show you around a little bit and show you our ridiculous association of props and costumes and all that stuff.
just don't expect to stay for very long because we have stuff that we need to do.
We have stuff we need to do, and we do a lot of our videos don't require. I mean, we do
Background
videos
extras,
that require background extras, but we can never plan that far ahead too.
Yeah.
If you're coming into town, so sorry about that. But
All right.
A couple of people asking us to visit England, and
I would love to.
we would love to. Graham and I have been, and we will go back again sometime. Okay, Christopher says it was pie day this week, so what is everybody's favorite type of pie?
Apple blackberry.
ooh, that's solid.
God,
If there was one thing I am sure of in my life,
No
it's
kidding.
that apple blackberry pie is my favorite pie.
I like.
I was like, I really like strawberry rhubarb, but is that better than apple blackberry? I like bumbleberry, but is that better than apple blackberry?
Yeah, apple
God,
blackberry is
that's-
pretty high up there.
I don't know.
Lemon meringue?
I do-
No,
I-
I'd prefer an apple blackberry to a
Wow,
lemon
yeah.
I'm a fan of like lemon meringue or banana cream pies.
If Matt was here, he'd be screaming pumpkin.
Key lime pie.
Pumpkin is my
pumpkin
second
pie.
favorite.
Like I am a fan of pies in general.
I'm a fan of the savory pies. I made pie for dinner last night and it was delicious.
That
That's
was
true.
really good.
Meat pies are very tasty.
Good, like a good tortillere sort of thing.
All right. Vicky says, will you guys ever come down to the States for any cons beside the Escapist Expo? Yes. We're going to be at PAX East and PAX Prime. But Vicky further adds, Louisville, Kentucky's Fandom Fest would love to see a visit from you. If you want us to come to your event,
Get a hold of that event
yeah,
and tell them that you want us to come there, and then get them to contact us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we unfortunately with all the videos and stuff we do, we are very busy, and
Makes
so
it really hard to sort of just hop away for a weekend.
yeah, so it only makes sort of financial sense for us to go to conventions if we can, have a booth and sell stuff and get sort of a
Ideally, if the convention can assist in travel.
yeah. If the convention actually wants to bring us out to the convention to do panels and stuff, then that's a much different circumstance than if we're just sort of going to the convention.
God, Graham, you're a madman.
Are you breaking our stuff?
So for
I'm just
anybody
seeing if I can
listening,
disassemble it.
we have
we're
our
using
little
it for timing
hourglass.
right now.
Yeah, we have our little hourglass, which Graham is now taking apart successfully.
It's got a pokey bit at the top.
that's what I was trying to do last week and
It's
everybody
got a-
yelled at me.
It's
Well,
got
because you were trying to pull it
We're-
out.
We are currently yelling at Graham for doing it.
Yeah.
too.
All right. I'll put it back.
All right.
I'll put it back.
Nathan, who has a sweet Daft Punk avatar, favorite script you've filmed over the past year?
over the past year.
Or maybe just favorite script you remember filming?
I'm a big fan of how the Junk in the Trunk script turned out. It's the first one that comes
yeah.
to mind.
That one turned out really, really well.
God.
What hustles have we filmed recently? I recall being really, really proud of a recent episode of Hustle, and I can't remember which one. I think it was like the one where you and Kate were detectives.
The one
The Harlem Shake one.
the
turned
Harlem
out very
Shake
The
well.
Harlem
one
Shake
was,
one I really
it
liked
was
too.
really good.
I like the prop that we made for the YouTube goggles.
Oh, the meme beacon.
The meme
Oh,
beacon.
yeah.
No, the-
beacon that you made.
The meme stream.
The meme stream.
The meme
Yeah.
stream. Just I like sort of having this vision of like the glasses and then using the big lights to like light his face, and then
Yeah.
Kathleen put it together and it actually turned out to be exactly like I was hoping it would look like. It's like,
Really?
yay.
Oh, yay. Couple of questions here. Graham, you say Gesundheit instead of bless you. Do you have any connections to Germany? Best wishes and greetings from a Germany fan.
Oh no,
I was not actually
don't.
aware that was a German.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it totally is. It means something different than bless you. I don't know why, but that's my parents have always said.
Yeah, I
Gesundheit
think
as
you
well.
you get it from. Yeah, my parents always said bless you. So I mean,
I
that's
think
what
it's just
say.
a funny word.
Yeah, it's more fun to say than bless you too. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
true.
I like it.
Especially when Kathleen goes on her like 6 sneeze
Choo,
rant. Yeah.
choo, choo.
And I'm just like Gesundheit, 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 Gesundheit.
Gazoo.
Question if I will ever be going to New Zealand again. Hopefully. It's just really expensive and takes a lot of time. I'm not going down there for the weekend, right? Wade asks how many episodes are going to be in Friday Nights 2, and how often are they going to be coming out?
They're becoming up monthly for a as yet unannounced amount of time, and that will affect how many episodes there are. So I can't really say how many episodes there are without announcing how long that's going to be.
More than 4, less than 1 million.
Thank
yeah,
you, James.
yeah, but
Well, maybe more than 1 million.
there may be, they may be more.
Probably not.
At a month each, 1 million would be a lot.
I'm just saying, probably not.
Okay.
All right.
They may be more than monthly at some point.
A couple people have asked,
Yeah, like them. Watch
what are
them.
the chances of getting back to ongoing storylines in Commodore Hustle? I'm not going to say nil.
Is that the question? Who's like they want to see like more like longer form like
Yeah. I have a episode of Commodore Hustle that we haven't filmed yet, but it's written, and there is some minor continuity from the last episode.
Well, that's sort of what we're trying to do with Hustle's current form is a maintaining a continuity without an ongoing plot,
Right.
and that we're gonna be doing for a while.
Yeah.
But
there isn't much of a like there isn't
I think we're pretty happy with the level of continuity that.
like the
Commodore
problem is
Hustle
that, like I can see the
has.
problem with the continuity is that without plot there isn't much in terms of continuity. Like you don't see a connection between every episode,
right,
and I think that's what people miss.
right.
And I don't. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't see that coming back anytime soon. Season 1 of Commodore Hustle was an immense amount of work, one that I had a lot of fun doing.
Oh, totally.
But we just don't have the bandwidth to do
But not
something
something
like that right now.
not something that like that's kind of what I want like Friday nights to kind of be. I want to turn that into something like where there is a ongoing thing or a couple episode story arc kind of something going on.
Yeah, I think it's probably more likely to show up in Friday
Yeah.
nights.
Then it would be the Commodore Hustle, but you never know.
Graham, do you edit using Final Cut Pro 10 or Final Cut Pro 7?
Currently, everything we do is Final Cut X or 10, X10.
Went iMovie
Yeah.
and Final Cut, probably like 5, and
Probably.
then 6, and then 7, and then 10.
10.
Yep.
All right. There's no chance of you coming to Australia for an upcoming PAX here, right? Would you if you could, says Jack?
If we
Yeah,
could,
absolutely.
sure.
You could. It's just not in the cards this year.
Yes,
Certainly
I like
not-
the implication
certainly not
that-
this year.
It's like it's the other option is like, would you if you could? No, if I could,
Yeah.
if I could,
It's like,
I'd still have to go to Australia.
yeah, it's like Australia,
No,
really?
they have-
no, I would
They have
love to go.
things that
I would
kill you.
love to go to Australia. Can't this year.
All right.
Yeah.
Daniel says, I've always wondered how you do the camera trick where you have 2 of the same person in a shot.
Split
Split
screen.
screen.
Yep.
Lock the
Except
shot
for that.
off.
Except for that one X Ways to Why where we did a bunch of green screen stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's essentially, lock the camera off.
Which,
and then
which is to say, put it on like a tripod or something where
there's no
it will,
movement.
where it will not move, and don't kick it.
And then it's just shoot it and shoot one side and then shoot the other side, and then in post you can put them together.
Gregory says, did you guys have a say in the way strip search was done? Challenges people had to do, the way elimination works, etc., etc.
Yes.
Most definitely, yeah. Loading Ready Run was sort of we were producing partners, I guess, sort of with Penny Arcade, and we worked. Yeah, we came up with a bunch of the ideas for challenges and for how elimination stuff was going to happen and different things that people were going to do, and then we also came up with did all this stuff in terms of actually how the whether something is possible and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, the sort of the bulk of that kind of production work was done by us, and then Robert and Josh big time at at Penny Arcade.
So yeah, pretty much.
I
from,
thought of the Ducks.
Yeah.
I thought of Telephone Pictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
then
we all had input.
James thought of other things that hasn't happened yet. And so
But-
did Paul.
But pretty much from the very first, the conception of the idea was, the PA guys, but then it was just a reality show.
Yeah.
We were there really from the ground, coming up with different stuff. So it's very much a loading ready run joint.
It was fun.
All right. Tim has another strip search question. Did any of you live in the strip search house during the competition?
Yes.
All of us.
We'll go into this a little more, but yeah, we lived in a basement apartment in the same house
Yeah.
during the run of the show.
I called it the crew hovel.
Yep. The crew cave.
What's it?
What are you trying to do?
We would
You-
like sneak up and steal food from their
Tapping view
fridge.
previous comments brings up a page of bullshit.
Go away, page of bullshit.
All right. Are any of you going to practice before the Child's Play Golf Tournament / Are you going? Asks Mike.
I think we are going.
I think we're going.
And I'm not
it's-
going to practice.
Well, okay, well, like I'm gonna go, regardless. Steve has talked about doing the whole
Yeah,
sponsor thing
it's
again,
in
So,
which
yeah.
is awesome.
it's in Seattle this year.
It's in Seattle in
Yeah.
May this year, so like I will definitely be there, regardless of sponsorship or not.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna practice?
Well,
Well, you play golf
whatever.
anyhow.
I mean, I go to the driving range when the weather I'll start going actually pretty soon. Weather's starting to get nice again, so.
Matthew
It's
asks.
making everybody look bad, James.
Matthew asks, have any prop clothes become part of your regular clothing ensemble?
No, but I definitely.
It's gone the other way a lot.
Yours have
Yeah,
a hat, at least a hat.
yeah. I definitely snuck a hat from Loading Ready Run into because I didn't have a toque at the time, and we bought it for Merry Christmas, Graham Stark, and I was like, "This is a nice toque. I'm just gonna steal it because I do not own one right now."
I definitely, I would say probably once every couple months wear a piece of costume home.
Yeah, yeah.
The nice thing about that is that it actually gets washed.
I
Because
got-
I'll take it off. Like,
Our
it'll get mixed
costumes are
into,
so gross.
It'll get mixed into the laundry, and then Ashley will just wash it.
I was thinking there is
I don't
like
think we've ever washed some of the stuff. that's
less
in-
Oh, we
less
certainly
than a
haven't.
block away is like a commercial.
Yeah,
like,
dry cleaners.
Like we will wash all of your company's clothes place.
Yeah,
We should look at that.
we should look into it.
It would cost like $400 because they do it by the pound.
I'm okay.
We only have to do it once a
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We've done. How long has Loading Ready Run been around?
9
years,
years,
nine
9.5 years.
Once
every
every
9 years. That seems fine.
Yeah,
Once every 9 years, whether we need it or not.
yeah.
That's
We will shell out the $400.
Now, before you start complaining how disgusting that is, most of our clothes are worn for about 2 hours
Yeah,
every 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
We've washed some stuff that has gotten particularly
Yes.
sweaty.
Yeah,
like the stuff like the checkpoint.
Yeah,
stuff
like my
and things
checkpoint
that,
shirt
yeah.
gets washed.
Yeah,
Things-
no,
things
those
like
aren't
that.
like I consider those our clothes though, not part of our costumes.
Well, I remember after Loading Ready Live, we definitely washed all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Oh God, yes.
Because
Well,
that
they-
stuff was gross.
But there's a lot of clothes that have gone from our wardrobes to Loading Ready Run.
Yes,
I know.
absolutely.
Clothes that we just don't use anymore for whatever reason.
Yep.
Often end up here.
All right.
All right. Warren, who has a delightful picture of a pussycat as his avatar, says, "Is Kathleen the only Persona fan?" Yes. And has
Well,
she seen
that's not strictly true. I just don't play them. I watch Kathleen play
Yeah.
them, but I love it.
Yeah. Has she seen the anime? No, but I own it. I just haven't had time to watch it. Is there any way to get Commodore Hustle more regularly? I mean, Friday nights is now regular, but we try to do Commodore Hustle as much as we can, but it also requires that we have a script for Commodore Hustle. And also, I've been using Talk Like a Pirate as a way to bring people into y'all, but what
Nice.
videos would you guys recommend?
We get asked that a lot, and we're really bad at it because there's so many different people. Honestly, go ask the forums because so many different people have given different responses to that and be like, I showed someone this video first. I showed someone this video first.
Yeah.
And we're always like, oh, really?
I wouldn't have
Okay,
done that. but
neat.
Cool.
So, like, we don't have any good idea.
Yeah. Talk Like a Pirate is as good a place to start as any.
Yeah. It's one of the ones, I mean, we've always said that it's one of the ones that turned out basically how we shot it pretty early in Loading Ready Run looking at it now. And it would look basically the same if we shot it now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be an HD is the only difference.
It would
Yeah,
be the difference.
it would be an
But
HD.
in terms of the set and costumes and everything else would be basically the same.
Charles T. Arthur asks, or why did I read your whole name? I'm sorry. It's just so.
Whatever.
It's just so.
Charles X.
It sounds so cool though.
Same.
Charles T. Arthur, right? Like that sounds awesome. Anyhow, Charles T. Arthur, who has a great name, says, "What has
the
been
third time.
If I've read it once, I may as well keep reading it again and again and again.
Chuck asks,
Yeah. What has been your worst reaction to a bad pack? I screamed at mine. Like, if
Ooh.
you're just like if you're doing, like, I would imagine this is in a situation where you're like at a sealed or something like that, and you're just like, it is dirt. And you're like, oh no, right?
When
I
my
sigh heavily.
my thing is whenever, like, if you've got like a booster box or something, and you open a bad pack, that pack doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I can open one pack a day. You open the pack and it really sucks. Like, well, that one doesn't count because it sucked. I can open another one.
Yeah. I did see, I remember when New Phyrexia was out, I saw at Yellow Jacket just some bits of card on a table and looked at it, and someone had ripped up a soul conduit.
Yep.
What does that card do again?
Nothing important.
Remember that was it you or was it James that had like a fat pack and opened it up and every single rare was one of the lands? It was like one of the multi-lands?
Oh, no, it wasn't every single one. I opened a fat pack and got, out of the 9 packs, I got 4 Shocklands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet. And a Borgamos.
No, they-
Morganamos.
Well, okay, I guess I think it wasn't Ravnica. Was it like an earlier? I think it was.
Oh.
It was.
Didn't you used got, like-
scars or something?
You've got like 6 copies of the same useless do nothing artifact.
Sorry, the lame multi-lands.
Yeah, the
from
lame multi-land.
M12.
Yeah, where it's just like
Yes, it was just like Rootbound Crag and
where it's like
Drown
it's
Catacomb.
like they're okay, but they're not worth anything, and everyone's
No,
got tons.
They're
of
worth like $4, but everyone has them. And,
Yep.
By the way, it's pronounced Borborigmos, and it's not that hard.
No, it's not. But
Attention, internet.
Morganamos.
I like
Borgamorgamos.
Borgamorgamos. Yeah, Borgamorgamos is good.
If
Borgamorgamos.
I'm going to mispronounce them, I like to go even further, just like Borgamorgamos.
Or I like just Bobo.
Burble.
Yeah, I like
Oh, Bobo.
Yeah.
David says, any good stories involving board games? Any favorites and any preferences?
Never,
Board games.
ever play Bill at Monopoly.
It's a true story.
Never play anybody at Monopoly, really.
Monopoly's just a terrible game.
He ate his last $50 rather than
Oh yeah.
rather than concede the game.
Yeah, that's right. I remember
Doesn't
that.
Really?
Isn't
Yeah.
that just a complicated way of conceding the
I
game?
guess.
Yeah, it really is.
But it was like you have nothing left. And it's like, here, I will sell you this. You just give me your money. Like, I'll sell you this land or something. And he just ate it.
Any other good, like, the Pictionary story is always fun, where I drank the Grand Canyon
Oh man,
as like literally nothing.
It was just
you
a
can't
view.
see this.
it was like a parabola.
Yeah, you can't see if you're listening, but it went basically just. And Morgan immediate was just like Grand Canyon, and I just lost.
There's the
my-
same
that
thing
was
with.
awesome. That was New Year's of 2000.
I remember there's the same thing with. Was it Cranium
Hmm.
and Rooftop Garden?
Yeah.
I think it was with. Who was that with? Who were we playing? I don't know. I forget. But it was just he and I were on a team, and it was like thing, and then he like stuck another thing on top, and I was like Rooftop Garden. He's like, yes. We were
Nice.
like, yay! We will never surpass that. Retired champion.
We're done. We retire.
All right. And last question, because our timer has run out, I'm going to give to Eric, who says, with the new Friday Nights episode, were you meant to move between when you were cracking packs and to a different location when you were playing Pack Wars, or was that a continuity error?
No, we were meant to
No,
move.
we were meant to move.
That'd be
Now,
a pretty glaring continuity error.
No, we figured we figured that they will be they're cracking packs, and then when they're actually like getting down to serious play,
Pack Wars.
Pack
it's
Wars.
time to move. Now the reason
and when the Yellow Jacket is actually like setting it up as like a tournament.
yeah, well, I mean that the
and
reason
exploiting him.
like the reason we actually physically moved is because where we were sitting at the beginning of those scenes is right up near the front of the store, and we knew with game day quickly approaching, we would need to move because we knew there was no way we were going to finish in time before game day started, and that's obviously where all of game day was taking place. Luckily, game day wasn't so big that they needed those back tables, because otherwise we would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
We would have had to come back. But yeah, the reason we did that is just to get out of the way, but also just for a change too, so we're not sitting at the same spot the whole episode. So
All right. And
All right.
that was Askler. Thank you so much for asking your questions on Facebook.
So next week we'll probably be back to the forums. If somebody wants to hit me up on Twitter on say like Wednesday, you can remind me to post a thread, because otherwise I'll probably forget.
James.
I'm a bad person.
James.
Yeah.
Post a thread.
Should I do that right now?
James.
We get a lot of questions if we do.
That sounds
Oh, wait.
terrible.
Actually,
What?
we will not be here next week.
Oh, yes. Snap.
We will be at PAX.
PAX.
If you're going to be at PAX East, come visit us.
Ooh, I'm going to check something right now. You keep talking about PAX East. I'm
All right.
checking something relating to PAX.
All right, so myself and Graham and Kathleen will be at PAX East this year, partaking in panels, and we'll have a booth, and we'll be selling our stuff. We're gonna be we're gonna be taking credit cards this year. We have a fancy, we have a square,
That was loud.
and we are also going to be participating in Chandra's Quest, which I'm guessing is what you're looking up, or are you looking up something else?
It's not actually, so please do talk
Okay,
about
so
Chandra's Quest.
Chandra's Quest is a promotion being put on by Wizards of the Coast. You might have heard of them. They make magic. Really? That time you don't want to do anything and I give you time for it?
It's no fun if you're expecting it.
It's like a scavenger hunt. This is hard to get through now. I don't know when to expect it. There we go. It's a scavenger hunt with riddles and stuff. And
Riddles!
one of the places that you can come and get those riddles is our is our booth.
I've already done booths. I can't do it
They
again.
can't do it again. There's a rule. Anyways,
It's if you go to three of the four places. The four places are the Magic Tournament area,
Area!
the Astro Gaming booth, the
I can't remember the third one.
damn it.
No, the headphones, Skull Candy.
Yes, Skull Candy
Yeah,
booth.
yeah, Skull Candy
and the
booth.
Loading Ready Run booth in Bandland.
Bandland!
There we go. You go to three of those four places and you do the riddles there, and then you go to the Magic booth and turn it in, and you get a picture with Chandra,
Woo!
a pair of Chandra's goggles,
Goggles!
Sweet.
and entry to win an as yet undetermined thing.
Yes.
Wait.
Thing!
A picture
It's so loud.
of Chandra?
No,
with Sean. They have a cosplay.
They have a Chandra
Oh,
cosplay.
really?
Yeah.
Nice. Is she on fire?
I don't.
Hopefully not!
Yeah, there
And it's
we go.
like, all right.
Hopefully
that's
not.
That's an awesome costume. Here's some gas.
Yeah, castle.
Wait. Did you read the whole entire contract for this cosplay thing?
And then you'll also be able to get the Penny Arcade pin
Pin!
at the Wizards booth. I am super excited for those pins.
Me too.
They look amazing. I love pins, so that I'm pretty stoked for that. So look for us at PAX East. We have our panel on Friday night at 7
Friday
o'clock.
night!
Yeah, Friday night at 7. And what I'm looking up is, and I can't actually tell right now, but
Whether or
I'm
not
pretty
it's a
sure.
Twitch streams.
I'm pretty sure the theater that we're in is one of the theaters streaming to Twitch. So if you can't make it to PAX East, you should. Please
That's
don't quote me.
sad.
You should be able to watch our panel
Fingers crossed!
live on Twitch TV.
And if not,
But no promises!
I guarantee you it will be recorded.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to put it up.
And I guess
Eventually!
we'll put it up, actually, like, because there won't be an actual LRRcast that week, we'll put it up as
a
the
LRRcast.
Like, because it'll basically be
Oh,
Ask Her.
Lurk. Yeah, it will be.
The other things that we are involved in, by the way, where is it? I thought it was earlier that same day. Oh my God, where is
Strip
it?
search?
Yes, there we go. 2:30 in the afternoon on Friday is the strip search panel,
Panel!
and myself and
The
Robert,
strippers!
and Mike and Jerry, and all available artists, i.e. the artists that were already going to be at PAX East anyway, will be on that panel. So come and ask us questions that hopefully we can answer, because obviously we're not going to tell you any spoilers.
But virginity!
Yes.
And then we'll be at
The question, who won, will not be answered.
No.
Yeah, and then the Loading Ready Run panel is at 7, and then that rolls right into the Blankety Blank panel,
Swears!
What time's that start?
8:30, and
Okay.
it's right after in the same theater, hosted by our friend Susan from The Escapist, and featuring Kathleen and myself and Russ as panelists. And I think those are all the things that we're actually like
I think we get
On?
rid of everything on Friday.
and then the whole weekend is just like
Booth
gravy,
and magic.
booth, and magic. Well,
Come say hi!
yeah, we don't have a specific meetup planned, but we are looking to set aside some time on the Sunday to meet in the tournament area and hang out and play some Magic with people.
Yeah.
So probably some more Commander. So
Yep. Or standard or whatever. I'll
Mm-hmm.
bring a standard
Woo!
deck. I gotta finish. Oh Jesus! I need to finish that before.
I do not have a standard deck, and I will not have one by PAX.
I will try to have a standard deck by PAX. It will probably be Grizzle Bros. It actually most definitely will be. So
Grizzle Bros!
all right.
All right.
I think that's good.
We
I
out.
think so. We out.